That is such good coffee. I'll tell you at the end where I got it and how I made it. But first, I want to tell you about a pair of slippers that solved my pregnant wife's foot pain and simultaneously transported me back to my childhood home in the foothills of Appalachia and the Shenandoah Valley. I didn't expect that opening a box, taking out a pair of wool slippers all the way from Denmark, but here we are. Let's get into it. My wife is 26 weeks pregnant. We live in this RV in the Pacific Northwest, so it is damp, it is cold, and it is very rainy. Our floors don't hold heat at all. And especially right now, we don't have a skirt on, so it gets cold in here in the mornings and throughout the day if it doesn't warm up or the sun doesn't come out. So my wife wears slippers. So she's been wearing Bomba slippers, and she's really enjoyed them. But they wore out a lot faster than what she anticipated, and she is now experiencing an immense amount of like foot pain. So when Green Comfort reached out to us and wanted to send us both a pair of shoes to make a review on, it kind of seemed like this otherworldly perfect timing. So here we are, Green Comfort. There's a link and a discount code down below. Let's find out why they help my wife and why they remind me of my childhood. Green Comfort is a Danish brand that focuses on natural materials and long-term comfort. These aren't mass-produced throwaway slippers. They're made in Europe with a wool blend upper, a structured footbed, and thoughtful construction. They did send these to us to try out. If you want to check them out, like I said, there's a link below with my code MINIMAL for 20% off your entire order. This isn't a paid video, but they really made a difference for us. So, for fit and experience, we're actually using two different models. I have the Tibet wool slippers in gray. They come with a rubberized bottom. And for Megan, she has the Makalu slippers in the Daisy colorway. These have the leather bottom. She doesn't wear these outside. They're just an inside shoe. And I think she really enjoys the detailing on these. When we look at them close up, it's pretty cool how it's done. And she wishes that she could wear these outside because she said she thinks they would get a lot of compliments. And I think they would. Her Makalu pair uses a very soft leather bottom. They're very lightweight. They're quite flexible. And according to her, perfect for staying comfortable inside. She says the floor is really hard in the RV, which there's absolutely no give to it whatsoever. It's like you're standing on concrete. And at 26 weeks pregnant, she said that right now the only thing not making her feet hurt is these and a nice pair of thick socks. So my pair, the Tibet wool slippers, have a rubber outsole. So if I step outside to take the trash out or grab something from the car or even run and grab coffee for my wife, I'm not worried about ruining them. They're more structured and they're definitely a lot more sturdy. And so you just look at the difference between these two. And the flex of these versus the flex of these. Very different shoes, literally from top to bottom. So you're not just deciding between a rubber outsole and a leather outsole, you're literally choosing between two totally different structures of shoes. Fit-wise, both are pretty true to size. She's a 5.5 in women's, and as you can see, maybe you can see, which direction does this go? It is a size 37 that she's wearing, and they're literally a perfect fit. For me, I'm a little harder because I've been wearing primarily barefoot shoes for the last 2 years. So my feet have splayed considerably. I'm an 11 and a half or a 12, depending on, brand, what style of shoe it is, all of that stuff. Between an 11 and a half and 12. But because of how wide my foot is now, in width, I wear like a size 13. So finding shoes tends to be more difficult than what I would like it to be, especially running a channel. But in that 11 and a half to 12 range, I'm wearing a size 46, and they fit absolutely perfectly. The materials on both pairs are really solid. They use a very thick wool blend upper that really does, it keeps your feet quite warm. But because it's wool, my feet aren't sweating either. It's like magic. The sweat's being wicked away, and it's just not there like I get with some of those cheaper synthetic slippers that I have tried to wear in the past. And maybe that's the reason I didn't like it, because my feet would always sweat. But inside, both pairs have Green Comfort's kind of shock absorbing footbed. And according to my wife, the footbed and how this absorbs whatever pressure, whatever the wool is doing when it's condensed, that stiffness or softness or combination of the two, according to Megan, who's quite camera shy and doesn't necessarily want to be on film, but she says that is what is keeping her feet from feeling kind of like flat and causing that foot pain and those pressure points. And she's been wearing these for a few weeks now and absolutely loves them. Overall, both of these slippers are very, very well put together. The stitching all looks spectacular on these. And these are stitched together. To my knowledge, other than maybe some connecting glue, there's no glue on these. They're all stitched by hand. And you can tell who or where the artisan was that made your slippers by a signature that you'll get. And that signature tells you about your shoe. And you can go on their website and you can look up that signature and you can see exactly what went in to making your slippers. That's pretty cool. I love signatures in shoes. I like to see the artisans. I like to see the factories. I like the transparency. And that's a pretty cool touch. So, there you have it. That has been our experience with the Tibet wool slipper and the Makalu wool slipper. They've become this special part of our routine. And for Megan, it's very expected because this is right up her alley. This is what she wants. And she loves them. Like I said, they live beside the bed, and that's only because she's in the bed. If she's out of the bed, these are on her feet. I have times where I'm sent stuff, and I don't always know that I'm going to use it in my daily life. That's just part of this. It can be a really, really great item from a really, really great brand, but I just, I don't really have that much of a use for it in my personal life. But these, I have been pleasantly surprised. I wear them. I wear them to go outside. I wear them to go get coffee. I wear them around the house. I actually enjoy wearing these. They're super cozy. They're perfect at regulating temperature. My feet don't get sweaty. I pair these with a really nice pair of merino wool socks, and I'm in heaven. It's like walking on a cloud. I wish I could wear these out more, but here they're going to get soaked. So I can't quite do that. But I am surprised because, like I said, I didn't think I was going to like them, and you didn't think I was going to remember to tell you about the coffee. I'm not going to let you down. This is Cutter's Point Coffee from Gig Harbor, Washington. It's the Fisherman's Blend, which is a blend of full-bodied roast with top notes of mandarin orange, which complement the array of deep molasses, aged wood tones, a touch of sweet tobacco, and a finish of decadent chocolate. And it was made in the AeroPress. So if you come to Washington, Cutter's Point Coffee is great. I would love to send some to the artisans or to the people at Green Comfort because these are fantastic, and so are you, and so is the 20% off discount code in the link below. And I'll see you in the next one.